they will kindly take active part how to make this institution very successful in Bombay.
This land was called Nayarwadi. No, it is Hare Krishna land. One day, Guruji was here. Myself, Walia and my wife was there in that room. So Walia said to Guruji that Guruji, Mr. Nair will not give you this land because he had offered by some hotel owner for 36 lakhs, and you are purchasing for 14 lakhs. And Mr. Nair has to pay so much income tax, so he must be change his idea, and he will give the land to that person who is offered for 36 lakhs. Then Guruji said, there is no matter if he don't want to give this land to us, that he must return our money. But I don't think that he can pay the income tax in this life. So Guruji went at the night to Sydney, and when we awake up in the morning, we heard that Mr. Nair's heart failed and he died.
At the second Bombay Pandal, Sri Kishore Kishori that were later sent to Chicago and installed there were the deities at the Pandal program. And on the last day of the Pandal, during the last kirtan, Srila Prabhupada stood up and began to dance. And of course, the devotees were always dancing whenever there was kirtan in Srila Prabhupada's presence especially. But when he stood up and danced, the devotees went wild. And then Prabhupada began to dance in a circle around the deities, Sri Kishore Kishori, and then the devotees were also dancing in a circle following Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare So, in the beginning, before the creation, God is existing, and after the creation, when the creation is annihilated, he will be existing. This is called transcendental. The same cloth, but the tailor, according to the body, made a covering of this hand, and this looks like a hand. This covering of the chest looks like a chest. Therefore, the impersonal means the material covering. Otherwise, spirit soul is person. Let's say you go to the tailor, according to your body, the tailor will cut a coat. This coat, ingredients of the coat, the cloth, that is impersonal. But it is made like a person, covering of the person. In other words, the spirit soul is person. As much as God is also person. Imperson means the covering. Try to understand. The covering is impersonal, not the living being who is covered. He is not impersonal, he is person. Very simple example. The coat shirt is impersonal, but the man who is putting on coat and he is not impersonal. He is person. So, how God can be impersonal? The material energy is impersonal. That is explained. That is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat abbaktamurti. This jagat is abbakta, impersonal. And that is also energy of Krishna. Therefore he says, I am expanded in the impersonal form. That impersonal feature is Krishna's energy. So the material covering is impersonal, but the spirit soul or the super soul is person. Any question in this? This very intricate question. Anyone? If there is any difficulty to understand.
Because I have heard so many of these so-called yogis in English about Gita or this and that, but they cannot explain. They have not even an inkling.
No, how they can explain?
They don't have an inkling.
They cannot touch even Bhagavad Gita. They have no qualification.
They have no understanding.
They are speaking of Bhagavad Gita as artificial.
Yes.
They cannot speak because the real qualification, as it is stated in the Bhagavad Bhaktosi, one must be devotee, then he can touch What is Bhagavad Gita?
Even in Mayapur, when we went to visit that time, Sridhar Swami's ashram, and he spoke something in English, and some other man spoke in English. They cannot explain like you. You are the only one that when you speak this knowledge, it becomes immediately, enters into the ear and into the heart, and then it is realized.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vishaka, you think also like that?
Without a doubt.
Unfortunately, I am thinking this is American pains and pleasure. This is Indian pains and pleasure is the same.